Red lights, stop signs, I still see your face in the white car. Run, run, can't. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Ella.
And this is We Are Not the Ones.
Episode 3.
Episode 3.
How did we get here?
Brain power is what we're calling it. Something we both don't usually have.
I'm just looking at the letters, and this is the first time they're a little crooked.
They're a little bit messy today, but I thought that was fitting because we are messy.
Yeah, today we were looking at our schedule yesterday, and we realized that we have no room for error. We have no time at all, and we have a lot of stuff to do.
We're also seniors in high school, if you didn't already know, and we're in like the last legs of the race, and we're not sprinting. We're like scratching and crawling through the mud.
But we have so much to do. Like, we had to film today, and we can't even redo this if it's not good.
Yeah.
We don't have time. We simply don't have time.
And the fun thing about this is I only got like 4 hours of sleep last night.
Same. I went to bed, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning.
We're always in sync with our problems.
I know, and we both knew that we had to film today, and still we are here.
Still we're here, but you know, before we start complaining about our minds, let's get into the outfit of the day.
We have great outfits.
We have a good outfit today. Stand up.
Yes,
show us your outfit. Woo! Yes, get into it.
Disco
balls,
disco
sparkly.
Queen. We're matching. I think we should stand up together.
Yeah, because we're matching today. Period. Ella, why don't you explain why you of all people have these shirts?
So these are both my shirts.
For some reason.
I don't know why I have them. I just did. They came in handy. Look at this. I'm using them.
Yeah.
I've only worn them maybe
use.
once or twice before. I just have them. I just have them. Yeah. Anyway, so the shirts are amazing. We're matching. They're great. Not very supportive, so it's a struggle, but
yeah, we were running down the hallway like
we're doing it for you.
Doing a Wakanda forever sort of thing, but it's fine because we look cute.
Pants are my mom's. They're like 20 years old.
They look great, yes.
They're wonderful. They're a little flared. I just have some white shoes on.
Same jeans I always wear, old chunky shoes, and my favorite belt that I've ever gotten.
You know what I love? We didn't even plan the shoes, but we both wore white shoes.
That's true.
We are just in sync.
Brain power, which is the name of the episode. And today we're super excited because we got an original drink from our in-house bartender.
There is no recipe for this drink.
They just gave it to us and was like
straight out of their brain.
Yes, straight out of their brain. The episode. So we are going to try it for the first time ever on camera. We are so proud of them. And
we haven't even smelled it yet. We have no idea what's in it. We left the room while they were making
and they weren't wearing a nose clip, so I am worried about this. But
should we smell it first?
Yeah, this drink is called American Barbecue, by the way, just by Tommy Tomasello. Cheers! Let's clank to...
Don't drink it!
Is that what you're telling me?
I'm sorry. It's totally edible. It's totally edible.
Cheers! Like see you in hell, I guess.
I can't do what I can do. Okay.
You know, that's actually really interesting. It's sort of a coffee mixture with... You know what? I don't...
We're gonna need to cut.
Alright,
we're back with water.
Wow, that was great. That was, really good.
I almost threw up.
It was a good try. It was a real... It was
Our production assistant looks like they want to cry right now.
Yeah, you know what? You tried your best, Tommy.
It tasted
and we love you for it.
It tasted like. Why does it smell like that? It smells like barbecue sauce. Tastes a little bit barbecue sauce. Also tastes kind of like hot.
So it is so strong that it is like staying in my throat.
I hate hot dogs, so I think that's why I like. We're gonna be sick tonight.
I'm gonna give that a 3.5 out of 10. But nice try. So now we have water.
I'm giving it a -5.
This does not look appetizing at all. I'm so sorry. This is bad. So bad. This is gonna be so bad. This is gonna be so bad. This is gonna be really good. So this is gonna.
Today we are going to start with the title. We're going to talk about brains, mental health, our mental health. How are you doing? How am I doing?
We'll see.
We'll get into that.
My mood progresses. Then we'll discuss, not just our mental health, but other people's in the media. How is mental health portrayed? We really want to get into that. There's been a lot of crazy stuff going on with celebrities pertaining to mental illness. I'm sure you guys know what we're talking about, so we're going to talk a little bit about that too.
Then we're going to have a mystery musical guest for the first time ever on this show. I am very excited.
It's almost like we're a real talk show.
Yeah, it's kind of, we're getting into the celebrities, and that's also kind of why we wore sparkly fancy outfits.
Yes, don't we look like celebrities?
Celebrities, singers, it looks like we're going to a concert, but I think
that
also, now that I think about it, wearing these tops, we look so good. I think
really
it's helping
good.
our mental health a little bit today.
Yeah, when
we put on a sparkly, shiny top, and
after that musical performance, you'll get to see our faves, Tim and Alan, do some improv. We sent them out yet again, even after they ruined a table in our last episode. We just couldn't help it. We know you guys love them so much, so we sent Tim and Alan out to do a little bit of acting.
I think this is going to be their best
because they're stepping into our shoes and sort of doing what we do.
I heard it actually went really well. Yeah. I'm very excited. I think this is going to be the best one.
Yeah, so we're excited. So, mental health. How are you?
Today...
What a question.
Let's be honest.
That's loaded.
Today, I think we're struggling a little bit. As seniors, like we were saying before, we have a lot of final projects, final tests, quizzes. We have a lot of stuff, and we only have 2 weeks left.
Yeah.
And
we gotta focus on graduation.
On top of that, we have graduation stuff, and we have college stuff, jobs, cars. we have a lot going on. So I think not only us, I feel like maybe our whole class, we're not
stressed.
We're stressed and tired. Yeah. I think we're a little bit over it.
Yeah. And, like, I know for a lot of teens across the nation, they're just, like, fully feeling the weight of this year. And last year, like, crushing them, I was up on Twitter, and I was talking to friends, you know, and a lot of them are failing in these last legs, and we're not really in that boat, but, like, we know what it's like to just be, like, rushing around in school, you know, just to make sure that you're okay, that you're moving on to the next grade.
I'm kind of impressed with our class. I feel like for the past couple of years, we've been saying to each other, like, we're going to be the worst seniors, we're going to be, like, the worst class.
We're going to get yelled at every day.
I'm impressed by our class. I think we've held it together pretty well through just, like, this regular senior year, but on top of that, like, the whole pandemic. I think we've held it together pretty well.
We've held it down.
We've
done a lot.
I'm proud of our class.
Yeah, we've done more this year and last year than we have in any other grades, and I feel like that's so weird
and
for
I
us.
said this the other week, like, there's a lot that we didn't get to do, but the amount of stuff that we did do is impressive with what we...
we mostly did it. Look at this.
Like, yes, we couldn't have a school play, we couldn't have the feast. There's a list of things that we could be upset about, but if you look at all the stuff that we did do, I think I'm impressive. Like, literary magazine, we're still having prom, we are running a whole talk show, and not just us, not even just the senior classes, everyone has this awesome project going on right now. Like, some people are, like, building whole, like, models. Some people are learning how to do something.
Yeah, and I think, you know, that really helps with your mental health because for me at least, having a purpose, having something to do, being busy is the best thing for me. Like, I always say this, but, like, when we have to fill out these yearbook questions, you know, in the back of the yearbook you have the cute little questions like, what's your favorite blah blah blah, and then, like, what do you want to be, or when you're older you will. And I always say I want to be whole, and I don't exactly believe that in, like, constant happiness, you know what I mean, where you're constantly like, life is great, yay, like, that's not realistic, but I do believe in, you know, wholeness and being content, and, like, a part of that for me is having a purpose, being busy. You know, even if I'm stressed out, I'm still weirdly okay with it.
I think we're both those types of people that we have to have, like, a million things going on.
Exactly.
Like,
even though we complain about it, it's still like,
I remember this time last year when I really had nothing going on, I was, like, losing my mind. And I'm a person, like, to be able to function and not be, like, depressed, I have to have, like, 20 things going on and have a full schedule. Because if I am just sitting there, it's like, it's not going to end well.
Yeah, I'm probably the same way where, like, for sure, like, last year when we were in quarantine, I was not one of those people, like, making bread and, like, trying to make the most out of it. I was just like, I just want to go to school and, like, work and be busy. And even though those things, like, tend to stress me out and I complain about them, when I don't have those things, work, you know, school, what have you, I feel like something's missing in my life, you know what I mean? Because to be sort of a whole person, you have to have passions, you have to have things that you like, but you also have to just have work. Like, I feel like a lot of people take that for granted.
And I think that was one of the hard things going into quarantine last year, because we were busy, things were going on, and then everything stopped.
Yeah.
And that's, like, I think that's what made it worse, because I had a full schedule, like, not a break at all, busy every day, and then it just stopped. And I had nothing going on, not work, not going to school. And even virtual school last year, the teachers didn't give us much homework. We really had nothing to do.
I think the teachers were more confused than anyone, because they were just like, we have to learn how to teach.
When we first went virtual, they were like, oh, just for 2 weeks. And
it
we
just kept
still
getting
had
worse
that
and worse
hope
and worse.
that we were going to go back. And then it was like, after 2 weeks, they were like, okay, another 2 weeks. Another 2 weeks.
It was
guys,
just like
we're
leveling
gonna try,
up like a
we're gonna
video
try
game.
the end of April, beginning of May. And then that came around, and it was like, yeah, we're not going back to school. And it was like,
yeah, and
it was hard.
I think such a big part of just being human, being alive, is having some sort of purpose. And we're sort of talking in specifics, like that those purposes have to be like work. But if you're not that kind of person who, you know, sort of cares about, you know, intense work or, you know, chasing projects like
on
this.
A whole show.
If you're not interested in that, that's fine. But like, find small purposes in your life. Even like finishing a book, or, you know, collecting plants or something. Find a passion besides other people.
Not everyone is as extra as we are.
Not everyone can be. But, you know, you don't always, you can, I feel like we post so much of our struggles on social media just so we don't have to be alone with like our sad feelings. And I do it too. But like, something that's helped me a lot with my mental health, and I've had a lot of issues. I won't disclose all of them to you right now, but I am clinically insane. But something that's helped me a lot is trying more to go through, you know, what the hard feelings I feel alone, and doing these things sometimes alone. Like, Ella's been helping me out with it, but I've had fun, like, you know, writing some of the script on my own, or, you know, little things like, again, finishing a book on your own, or like walking alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think the truth is, guys, you see all these things like find people to support you, get people to be there for you, but the truth is, you have
we're getting dark.
You have to be strong enough to handle your own emotions and go through things by yourself, because one day there might not be someone to lean on and dump all of your problems on.
Yeah.
It sounds a little harsh. I might need to take this out if
harsh,
I look at it later.
Yeah.
But if they're your problems, and no matter how many people are like, oh, I know what you're going through, no. Even if it's just a simple breakup and someone's like, oh, I just broke up the other week with my boyfriend, let's cry together. That's your situation. It's not the same. And you can have people to be there to help you and get you through it and to cry on their shoulder. But in the end, if you're not strong enough to handle your own emotions by yourself.
Yeah. And we were talking about this the other day too, how we were like, is this mean? But at the end of the day, it is kind of harsh, but it's one of those realities that like I've had to sit with for myself, where it's like, yeah, you are all you have. Like, this is your body. You have to live in this forever. So you need to find a way to be okay with yourself.
I think you said it just yesterday. You were like, you're born alone and you're gonna die alone. And it's not in the sense like it's not like you're born into a room and there's no one there, or like you're gonna die in a room where there's no one there, because you're gonna have family and friends around you. But they're not in you. They're not in your head. You know, you're in your head alone. Yeah, that's a journey that you're gonna have to take by yourself. And like you said, you're gonna have to be okay with yourself.
Yeah, and I feel like something I've done before and many people have done before is, you're like, I'm going through something, now everyone has to go through something. And I've realized, I'm in therapy. I've realized that like that's not the healthiest way, because we exist on these like wavelengths, and sometimes you're going to be up and sometimes you're going to be down, but you can't bring other people down with you, which is why you have to find it within yourself to look for things that make you happy, look for things that make you whole, look for those passions that you can use by yourself, to make sure that you're okay. Because if you're not okay with yourself, how can you be okay with other people? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think it's one of those things, it's like, if you want to help someone else, you have to be okay first. And I think we've all been there where we're trying to help someone else, and then we realize, oh wait, I'm not in a good place to help this person. And you have to make sure that you're doing good and you have the right mental state to help someone else.
Because if you can't help yourself, how are you going to help anyone else?
Exactly.
Yeah. And something I heard on another podcast, it's called like Teenager Therapy. You guys should go listen to it. It's really good. They were saying like, oh, before you unload something really, really heavy on someone, maybe ask first. Because we always ask permission before we ask someone like something personal about themselves, but we never ask people, hey, can I unload this on you? Hey, are you comfortable with me?
Yeah, because you never know, that person could be going through a really hard time, and you dumping your problems on them without asking could just be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, and this is all about, you know, how to be a good friend. And I struggle with this a lot. How do I support my friends when I'm going through it? And I think the biggest thing is look out for yourself. I know that sounds really selfish, but it's not.
What we were talking about in the last episode. If you haven't watched episode 2, you should.
Conspiracies, go watch it.
We dropped it the other day.
It's so good.
Watch it.
But we were saying, like, you know, look, if you can't, again, love yourself, and like the biggest person in your life is you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's what you own. Like, this is my property. Like, this is what I have for the rest of my life. Didn't buy it. It was pretty much free.
What you gotta do is figure out what you're gonna do with it and how you're gonna treat it.
And just go do it. Just get on.
Celebrities.
Yeah.
And
so we were talking about how, like, mental health is sort of like a you thing, but it's also like it can be affected by outside sources.
Well, the thing that I don't like about celebrities sometimes is the way that they put themselves out there, like they don't have any problems, and like their life is perfect. And, you know, you do get the times where they're like, guys, my life isn't always perfect. You know, YouTubers too, every, you know, famous YouTuber, celebrity, whatever, they have those times where they're like, my life isn't perfect, I have my down days, and, you know, they show the reel of pictures of them crying.
But they look, like, super hot, and their skin is glowing.
They're
like, the tears are, like, filled with glitter, and they're like, oh.
Yeah.
I have $1 million in my bank account.
I can appreciate some of the ones that are more down to earth, but in general, celebrities put up this front like their life is perfect, they have no problems, and I feel like especially for young girls, and I mean our age, it's hard to look at that and then be like, why am I over here crying every night?
You know, hating myself.
What do they have that I don't have?
And that feeds into the thing of social media where we always say, like, oh, it's better than the 50s when, like, women in Hollywood were, you know, being basically tortured with, like, tight corsets. And being, like, scrutinized in the media for not having, like, perfect eyebrows and, like, lips like Marilyn Monroe.
Had to, like, starve
But
themselves.
I think it's worse now because we have a magnifying glass called Instagram and TikTok and Twitter.
And you scroll through some of these celebrities' pages and it's like they all look like perfect and
they have to be photoshopped. Their skin isn't textured at all. By the way, guys, skin texture is real. Like, for the longest time, I would scrub my face just to chase that, like, perfectly smooth skin texture. It's not real.
2 years ago, this was a little bit ago, but a picture of Zendaya was put out, and she was like wearing a bathing suit or something, and they photoshopped it to make her hips look smaller.
Zendaya's already so skinny.
She posted the original picture, and she put a caption like, my thighs are not me, and was like, she was kind of mad that they photoshopped her thighs to be smaller. And I thought that was amazing because all these celebrities do like Photoshop and, you know, put filters on.
But the thing is,
to make
I
them
don't
look
think
perfect.
it's them. Even
Well,
though
yeah.
I do think, like, you know, the heavy diets that some of them do and the crazy workouts that they do to prepare for stuff, like, I don't think, you know, that's definitely toxic if they push that, but I don't think they're the problem. I think what's the problem is, like, the tabloids. Like, did you see the thing where they posted Billie Eilish for the first time in a tank top?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, like, look at her body. Oh, my gosh, I can't believe she looks like that. But that's the literal reason she, you know...
Wore baggy clothes.
So people wouldn't sexualize her. Yeah.
Yeah, because she, was a phrase like, my body, I'm not going to show my body.
Yeah.
Which...
That must have, like, and she must have felt so trapped in her mind to have to do that.
Because all these celebrities are out there wearing, like, this.
What we wear.
Yeah.
You know, you should be able to wear whatever you want.
You can wear whatever you want. And now she's getting into the more, like,
oh my god,
corset.
What she posted on Instagram.
Great.
She looks amazing.
Now she's getting into that, but I think she came to the realization, I don't want to, like, this isn't, like, for sure, I don't talk to her. I don't know her.
We could in a couple of years.
I've been talking to her, and this is what she said.
Next year, Billie's like a guest on our show, and she's just sitting in the
She's just sitting on the floor.
Like, so Billie, how
but I think she probably came to the realization that, like, okay, I want to do this next. It's not because all these people are saying, don't wear baggy clothes, you don't look good, or whatever.
It's because I want to do it, and I'm in a new phase of my life. And I think, like...
And she looks good.
Yes, and something that she said in the... We're just going to talk about Billie for the rest of the episode. But something she said in the caption, which I found, like, so empowering, was she was like, do whatever you want. And, like, that... It's such a simple phrase, but it was so meaningful to me because, like... It can be applied to literally everything, especially mental health, where when you feel like in this hole or like trapped in whatever darkness you're in, you can pull yourself out of that. And you can say, you know what?
For a lot of celebrities, it's probably the pressure of, I have to do this, I have to look like this, I have to keep my fan base up. And I can't imagine how dark that can get.
Yeah.
Oh, hey there. I'm Sarah, and that's Ella. And this is our retreat. If you're just looking for somewhere to rest your mind, come on down. Craft, exercise, eat, and most importantly, relaxing. So come on down. It's on us.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And non-binary folks,
we are so excited to present Calisant.
singing In My Own Little Corner from Roger and Hammerstein's Cinderella.
Take it away.
I'm as mild and as meek as a mouse. When I hear a command I obey. But I know of a spot in my house where no one can stand in my way. In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I can be whatever I want to be. On the wing of my fancy, I can fly anywhere, and the world will open its arms to me. I'm a young Norwegian princess or a milkmaid. I'm the greatest prima donna in Milan. I'm an heiress who has always had her silk made by her own flock of silkworms in Japan. I'm a girl, men go mad for love's a game I can play with a cool and confident kind
Let's give one more round of applause for Calisant. Woo!
This week, we wanted to challenge our crewmen.
So we let them step in our shoes and sent them to an improv class.
Yes, so let's send it over to Tim and Alan.
Over to you guys.
Hey, I'm Tim Relish.
And I'm Alan Spaghetti.
And this is
Tim and Alan Improv. Today we're going to be learning how to improv, I guess.
We got a coach.
The girls wanted to challenge us to do what they do, sort of, and we got a nice coach for ourselves.
They didn't trust us to do it on our own, so they got us a coach.
So we brought in a special guy. Let's meet him now.
Hi everybody, my name is Daniel Goobington, son of Reginald Goobington, son of Virginia Goobington, daughter of Alabaster Goobington. I've been in the family business of improv for all my life, about 25 years now, and you could say I'm a bit of an expert in my field. My favorite thing about improv is it's just about getting that energy out into the world. I think we all have a little butterfly inside of us, and most of the time we hide that up. We hide up that little butterfly. But what happens when we improv is that we take out that butterfly and we show everyone, we show the world, look at my butterfly, look at my beautiful butterfly and beautiful caterpillar, and I'm gonna cocoon and turn into... I'm sorry, I get heated sometimes, but...
Hey, I'm Tim Relish.
I'm Alan Spaghetti.
And I'm dead.
We did it again. We messed up. We did it.
We gotta stop doing this. All right, this time we're
Acting.
What?
He's not expecting the unexpected. It is being the unexpected and expecting.
You were just dead.
You like
And
did
now
a little
I
spin?
wasn't
You
actually.
did your little spin and you
It
landed.
was a lie. And you know what lying is? It's acting.
No, lying's bad.
Then I must be an Oscar-winning liar. I would say that. Anyway, we're the crew from We.Are.Not.The.Ones, and we made an appointment with you today to learn how to improv.
All right. So
how
what
do
do you
you do
goons
that?
want? What do you goons want to do?
All right,
You gotta teach us.
You gotta teach us. You know, give us stuff.
We wanna be professional.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I am some kind of teacher.
Well, yeah, it says out on the building, on the sign, it says.
Improv
Am I-
teacher.
Do you think I'm an improv
You do
teacher?
classes?
Yeah.
on Improv.
Yeah.
I am not an improv teacher. Improv teaches me. I am the teacher
Oh my God, it's one of them.
of souls. The world is my teacher, and
Alright,
I simply
that's-
pass on her gifts and her lessons.
That's nice, but how do we fake it?
Okay. So, you want me to tell you what improv is, huh?
Yeah,
You want me to teach you how to improv like a pro?
Yeah, I want to know.
Spend all the bank
This
accounts.
is about jobs.
Well, I suppose we had better start with learning what improv is, my friends.
Yeah.
I'm not your
Giving me
friend.
real weird energy. I don't
You
know.
will not understand what improv is. I'm going to tell you that right now. You will not understand what it is for a very long time in your adult life. But to the layman, to the starter,
Called
to the
me a
beginner.
lame man.
That's a little rude.
to the beginner who is unaware of the true nature of improv, it is at its most basic essence a form of theater in which there is no script. And the actors go up on stage with no idea what they're going to do.
Then what are you supposed to say?
You're
Well-
supposed to teach us.
Well, it's hard, but there are a few strategies that you use.
This is hard. I'm out of here.
No, we're getting paid. Sit your butt down. Sit your
Never
cute
stood
little
up.
butt
I never
down.
stood up.
The most
Continue.
fundamental strategy of improv is yes and. So if you want to improv, one person is going to say something, and the other person is not going to say to that person no. You're not going to say...
Why not? I say no all the time.
He tells
You're
me
not
no
going to
every
say
day.
no. You can't say no to anything.
See, you can't do it today.
No! See? Improv.
You- I want you to take the word no and shove it out your mind, because what that does is shut the other person down, and it shuts down the scene. What you need to do is play off each other. You need to listen to each other,
Yeah, you need to listen to me. Shut down my wife. He never listens to me. This is your problem.
You need to be accepting what the other person is saying and adding on to it. You know? So you would say, one person would say, it's hot in here. The other one person would say, why, yes, it is. And we are actually.
Just a conversation.
And, yes, it is. And we're in hell. And that just totally changed the
We're
game.
in hell? It's a little soon for that, huh?
So it's a yes and. It's a yes and.
That's where we're going.
You don't
That's where
say.
you're going.
You don't say no. It's not hot in here. You add on to what the other person is saying, and you improve it. That's why it's called improv, because it improves. It improves.
Good.
All right. Now to start out, I'm going to give you to a scene. You know what a scene is, right? Everybody knows what a scene is?
Yeah, the thing you make when you're having a bad Thanksgiving dinner. Got it.
That's another word for, yep.
That's not what we're doing.
So I want you to forget right now that you are the people that you are.
Oh, I do that
You
every
are
day.
not Tim Allen. You are not Mr. Spaghetti. You
Mr. Spaghetti.
Not a name's wrong.
Take me
are
to
a
dinner
businessman.
You don't know who.
You are a businessman from Cairo.
What
Take this
the?
suitcase.
What is this on my head? I don't
You're
know.
a businessman.
This smells like the inside of my grandma's basement.
You
Yo, loser.
are the Queen of France.
Oh, I like this idea.
Your accent is passing off onto me. Oh my God, there's thumbtacks all over the floor.
So what's the scene?
What do we do? Are we just
You
these
just gave
people
us
now?
our characters. I'm the queen.
You're the queen? Okay. So you're the queen, you're a businessman. I want you to.
Is
I
he
want you to
selling me
suss
something?
it out. You are selling the Queen of France the most magnificent item you could ever imagine.
All right.
Alright, I'm gonna sit
Baseball tickets, Mets.
Let's go.
Met.
Let's
You
go.
can sit down. Alright.
All right. So I walk in. All right. What does a Moroccan person sound like? I'll figure it out. Hello, welcome to France. Can I sell you things?
Excuse me, who are you?
Wow, I can't. All right. Anyway, I got some real luscious, scrumdiddlyumptious. I mean, hello, I got the good things in this
That is some
briefcase.
dirty suitcase.
Yeah. I got some real nice things in here that you're gonna want to buy. Oh no, my documents.
You're messing up my floor now. Look what you've done.
This is poison. This is poison what you're doing right here. You are killing me. I am an artiste.
I'm a queen.
And
Who are
are profaning my temple.
Look what you did.
You are
This is your
profaning my
doing.
temple.
You're not giving me anything.
And I can't understand these people.
What did we do? Did we mess up? I thought that was great.
You just walked
You were
out.
doing great. I was the queen.
All right.
Oh, hey. Oh, what's up?
I thought about it. I mulled it over in my head a little bit. And I think I was being a little unreasonable.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was a
stifling
long
your
time.
creative energy.
You just left out of here like a gazelle.
Yeah, we've been sitting here for a long time. What are you doing?
Listen, I was stifling your creative energy. And I'm sorry. All right, here from my heart. I'm sorry that I did that to you, and I think I owe you an apology. We're gonna try something a little bit different, a little more.
Ah, we're getting hotter. See, we're doing great.
A little more holistic. You are no longer, forget who
I'm
you are.
Catholic.
Forget who you are. You are not Catholic. You are not an Egyptian banker. You are
Well,
not whoever the heck you
religiously
are.
prostituted me.
You are not the Queen of France. You are whoever springs to life on the stage. I want you to just see what's around here. You got a suitcase. You got a tea. You got fez. That's gold. All right.
That's
There's
on
so
my
much
head.
in
So,
here.
you're giving us nothing?
Alright.
I'm giving you everything. Nature is giving
Okay.
you
I'll
nothing.
take this.
That doesn't make any sense.
All right. Let's do it again.
Wait, I'll be.
So
What
just
are we
take it
doing?
from, take it from the top.
All right.
Oh,
Figure it
am I-
out as you're on the stage.
So you're not a businessman anymore?
No, I'm gonna be a new person.
Okay, I'm gonna be a hardworking mother making.
Alright.
Alright. And just start whenever you're ready.
Alright. I'm Tim Relish. Man, I've had a hard day working in
Hey! This is my house. You come up in here with your dirty shoes.
Alright, I'll take the shoes off.
Yeah. And give me this. What is this?
Don't touch that.
You hang up nothing. You never hang up nothing.
That's my secret briefcase, alright?
And
Don't
what is
touch
this?
that.
What is this? No hats on inside.
I was at the bar. I'll be honest. You want me to be honest with you?
Take this. Do the dishes.
Alright. Baby, I gotta tell you something.
God, what?
You know what? No, not today. I gotta tell you something. I got fired today.
Are you kidding me? Again?
I got caught with
How am I supposed to buy my lottery tickets?
Your lottery tickets? Is that what you're worried about? We got 10 children. We got 10 children in the shack.
When did we get the other 9?
I don't know. You tell me. You carried them.
Oh my God.
Got soap everywhere. Look. Alright? Look, it's fine.
Go get another one. Put your shoes on. Grab your briefcase. Go get another job.
All I got is me in this briefcase. I'm alone in this situation.
What about me?
I don't know. What about
I stay home all day watching reality TV shows and scratching lottery tickets.
You said it yourself,
That's
baby.
a lot of work. Where are you going?
I'm going out.
Where? To the club?
Wow! You will never let that go, will you? You know,
Take your crusty newspaper with you.
what's this? They're hiring people down at the sawmill.
Look at that! I just solved our problems!
I'm the best. I'm great.
We're back together!
This is the most beautiful improv I've ever seen in my life. You have shown me what art truly is.
Oh.
I've never been so inspired by 2 students.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey,
Yeah.
you did great.
I think we did pretty
We,
good. That hit a little bit close to home, that part about the wife, but
It was a peer into the human soul.
Oh.
Every human emotion, and then some.
Alright, I think we should pack it up.
Thanks
My name
for teaching
is
us.
not Daniel
He's not
Goobington
right.
anymore.
Oh God.
Your name is Tim Goobington, and your name is Allington.
I don't like it. This feels very culty.
No,
I am passing on the torch
I've
to
been
you.
in my fair share of cults, man.
You
I'm gonna leave.
are
Oh God.
you are
Oh,
visionaries,
God. Oh God.
and I must pass the Goobington name on to you. I must pass the Goobington name. Where are the winters of yesteryear?
And the fan mail of the week.
Drum roll. And remember, guys, please keep sending us fan mail. DM us on Instagram. We would love to answer your questions, give you advice, or just chat.
Okay, so I love you guys. You're doing so amazing with all of this, and I look forward to new episodes. That was from Sammy
That's
Cole.
so nice.
And she wrote 2 because she's extra. We love her. Y'all are pretty rad, you know. Question, what was your latest cry alone in the shower moment? I have concerns, and I'm very worried about both of your mental states. Sammy Kroll.
Us too.
With a smiley face.
That's so nice that you guys are worried about us.
You should be.
Too.
How did she know the episode? I did not tell her.
I think she's
I
psychic.
I literally didn't tell her.
Wow.
Did I tell her?
I'm creepy. What do we know?
So her question was, what was your latest cry alone in the shower moment?
Wow. You know, I was saying, like, I've been doing, you know, I'm stressed, I'm overworked, I'm underpaid, but I'm doing pretty good. So I would say, like, 2 weeks ago, it was mostly because, like, Wendy's didn't have the chicken nuggets I wanted.
Wendy's.
So, Wendy's, sponsor us!
They won't anymore.
Yeah, no. It's like, this
Probably-
morning. Was it this morning?
It was definitely this week. All right.
Thanks. We're doing great.
Thanks for joining us. If I'm being
guys.
honest, probably this week. Maybe last week. It wasn't that long ago.
But we're fine now.
Thanks for joining
We cannot
us.
end the episode on that note. But we are okay now, and we will be
Yeah.
okay. And you're going to be okay too. I promise.
But thanks for being concerned.
And always remember, we are not the ones. Goodbye.
Watermelon mortgages, watermelon mortgages, watermelon mortgages, watermelon mortgages, watermelon mortgages. Watermelon mortgages.
Pretend you're a gazelle.
Watermelon mortgages, watermelon mortgages, watermelon mortgages.